Hey guys, this is Andrew Keene from KeeneOnTheMarket.com. This is your S&P Oil and Euro video recap for June 5th, 2012. We're also going to throw in some unusual option activities. So let's look at the daily chart first. We did make a higher high and a higher low for the first day in quite a while. If we look, the high today was higher than yesterday's high. Yesterday's high was 81.5. Today we got up to 86.75. So a higher high. Does that mean the selling's over? I don't think so. If you look at the daily chart, I don't think this day was bullish. We haven't had two up days in a row since April. So look at the 5-minute chart on the ES. We opened up this morning, and basically was the low was this morning. So we got the low of the day, 1271.75, and straight up all day. As I just talked about, we had about a 15-point range today. So we're seeing the ranges expand to about 15 to 20 points. This is showing that there's no really conviction to the buys or to the sells. This just means there's a lot of sideways to neutral paper. You see us ripping higher, then we're ripping lower, and no one knows what to make of it. So a 15-point range today. 80% of the time we get the high or low within the first hour. Today we got the low within the first hour. We got up and we sold off a little bit into the European close, and right when Europe closed, we rallied up. So a little bit bullish momentum. We closed on the highs today. Usually when we close on the highs, generally when we close on the highs, we rally the next day. However, we've seen a lot of days where we close on the highs and we sell off tomorrow. Let's look at the euro real quick. And I'm short the euro. I sold it at 124.94. I was looking to add, and I have to make sure that my timetable is in 24 hours. So I sold it right here at about 124.94. Right here, I sold it at 124.94. I was looking to add actually 125.60. Got up to 125.38. I think we test down to this 123 level, maybe 122.80. I'll probably take half my position on there, and then I think we test lower. In the euro, we're making lower lows, lower highs. I think the euro continues to get tested to the downside. If you look at this, maybe we broke through this channel, but we can actually just expand the channel out a little bit. So I still think we're in a bearish channel. Maybe a little bit of buying for the next week. We have Bernanke speaking on Thursday, which will be very, very important. One more chart I look at a daily basis is oil. And oil on the daily chart, I talked about yesterday. If I was a bull in oil, I could have bought the close yesterday, 83.98, put a stop at around 81, risking $3 to get $3. Today's high was 84.92, so it's only up about a buck. Same thing in oil. When was the last time we had two bullish days in oil? End of April. So just straight down all the way. Bull day, then bears. Bull days, bears. Bull days, bears. 5-minute chart, not much happening today in oil. Lots of traps, and I have to move this to the... So oil, I had a technical long here, break out of the cloud, got about 23 cents to the upside. Would have had to risk about 20 cents to the downside. So that would have been a winning trade, but overlapping bars for the most part, not a big day in oil, about a 70-cent range. So the last couple of days we've had tighter ranges. Let's look at a couple of trades real quick. One of them was IMAX. I actually got short this IMAX, and we saw a customer buy the June 20s and the June 21 calls. I thought a customer was buying these as protection against a short position. So sometimes when the calls are bought, I actually think it's bearish, and when puts are bought, I actually think it's bullish. So I thought this customer was buying this in order to retest the lows from yesterday. So I bought the July 20 puts for 205. They went out around maybe 190. I don't have targets down at 1835, and then if I back out the daily chart, the final target's at the 1750 level. So this is how I'm playing IMAX. I'm short IMAX through puts, defining my risk versus reward. Another one I saw, which was interesting, Ivanhoe, July 9 puts, was traded, one stock was traded 952, and this is when I talk about puts being bought. These puts were bought when the stock was 952. They paid July 9 puts 77 cents. 6 times usual volume. I thought it was a bullish activity. Stock rallied 30 cents, or about 2.5%. So on our webinar next week, we had a webinar last week. You can email sales@KeeneOnTheMarket.com for all the slides. It's talking about unusual option activity and how just because calls are bought is not necessarily bullish, and puts are being bought not necessarily bearish. Next week's webinar will be on on trading weekly options and how I derive an income from trading weekly options. I like to trade a lot of weekly options. I like to sell spreads. I can make a lot of money using leverage in a very little amount of time. This is Andrew Keene from KeeneOnTheMarket.com. For more details of the live trading room for equity options, I've simplified it a lot in the trading room. We're doing everything a lot more simpler. I'm going through every trade with examples and on the chart, risk, reward, break even. You can email sales@KeeneOnTheMarket.com. Have a great night, guys.